Hey YouTube, welcome back to the JTwoH channel. Today we have a comic book of the week / review. We're going to be doing Civil War, which I'm sure this has been done to death. It's by Mark Millar, pretty sure is his name. This is the Civil War trade paperback. I've got several of these, how they're set up with the line and then one color in white. So I got this. Bet you I paid cover for it. So for $24.99, this collects Civil War 1 through 7 of the first Civil War, which has now been made into a movie, which is one of my favorite. It's actually my favorite MCU movie. So House of M, which will be, I want to get that and I want to read that soon. So Civil War, essentially this. Yep, I'm right, Mark Millar. So this is essentially a lot like the movie, unlike my Age of Ultron video. So the Superhero Registration Act, after some teenagers are recreating an MTV-like video, and then one of the villains they happen to run across is like a bomb, and he goes off and they kill, there you go, so they kill some people on a bus, and it goes, so part 1 of 7, so that must have been like an intro. And Tony Stark is for the Registration Act, Captain America is not, and they start fighting. A lot of fighting in this between sides. A couple of them switch sides. Spider-Man reveals himself, which is pretty iconic. I'm sure we'll get to that. There's a fake Thor, which was pretty interesting. Actually, a couple deaths, which makes it even worse. That they're all internally fighting. Awesome artwork, awesome storyline. I really liked this. This was probably one of my favorite ones I read. And contrary to what people believe, because I just read all 7 of these issues, Captain America does not die in Civil War. He does not die in this whole book. He does die during the storyline, and I believe it's like the Captain America issue published right after Civil War. Look at that. Look at She-Hulk right there. Very sexualized. But either way, he doesn't die in this. He dies in his own comic book. I can't remember the number, but I have, because I have the Death Captain America trade paperback. So that's a common misconception, which I see all the time. I see it on Civil War Blu-ray reviews. I see it on Civil War timeline reviews, which if those are covering, there's Peter Parker unmasked, which he switches side after he unmasks. That's the fake Thor. There you go. So Peter Parker unmasks. And I'd say spoilers for this one, but they've made a movie of it, and this one's been out probably the longest of anything I'm reviewing for you guys. Like I said, amazing artwork, though. The common misconception about Captain America, and maybe it's because I read just these, and I didn't read them when they came out, and that's it, but it drives me nuts when people say that Captain America died in Civil War, because he doesn't. He dies as a result of, and he dies right after he turns himself in, but it's not in this comic book. The end of this comic book is, the end of this trade paperback is right after he turns himself in. And he turns himself in because they've just leveled, like, Manhattan, I believe. It's pretty cool to see the Punisher and Daredevil and stuff like this. I'm pretty sure the Punisher kills a superhero and Captain America flips shit on him. Yep, that's exactly what's happening right here. But either way, even without the Captain America stuff, I got some cool variants, covers in the back. Get to the Captain America scenes. There's the real Thor towards the end. So there you go. So, unmasks and turns himself in, guys. He doesn't die. So, either way, I highly recommend this. They do have these at an Ollie's now, which if you're not familiar with what an Ollie's is, it's like a Big Lots it's like name brand stuff that they buy out. They're buyouts, so they buy tons of shit. If they buy shirts, they only have the one size because they're so specific. But either way, if you can get this in an Ollie's or somehow on discount, I would recommend it. Cover price is whatever. I paid cover price for it, and I'm okay with that. But in-stock trades probably has it still. I guarantee they have it still. So, Civil War, highly recommend it. One of my favorite trade paperbacks I've ever read through. So, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of Civil War, the trade paperback or the movie. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. And I'll catch you later, YouTube.